In a crisis, cooking is vital for calories, safety, and morale. But the biggest prepper mistake is trusting gear you've never field tested. Many popular emergency cooking methods have critical, hidden points of failure. Methods you count on, like rocket stoves and solar cookers, can let you down. Today, we test 5 methods. We'll show you why 3 fail and which 2 are truly reliable. First, the solar cooker. The promise is free fuel. The reality, it's completely dependent on perfect weather. Even with full sun, cooking times are painfully slow. This is a strategic flaw when time is short and you need to eat. And the most obvious problem. When the sun sets, your ability to cook ends. Verdict: failed. Solar is a novelty, not a dependable tool. What about the famed rocket stove? Rocket stoves are efficient, but demand constant attention. You must feed them an endless supply of small, prepared sticks. This need for specific fuel hints at a larger problem. But what single factor can make any stove worthless? A rocket stove's intense heat is also its own undoing. This high combustion temperature literally cooks the stove to death over time. They also don't start cleanly. The initial startup produces significant smoke, a major issue for stealth or indoor use. It's high maintenance and self-destructive. For any long-term situation, it's a liability. Verdict: failed. Next is the Dakota fire hole. It's smokeless, efficient, and free. But its cost is immense physical effort when you can't afford it. And even if you have the energy, your location may make it impossible. It is completely dependent on having the right soil conditions. Rocky ground, thick roots, or a high water table all mean total failure. You cannot just dig one anywhere. Its smokeless feature also requires perfectly dry wood. Damp fuel turns your hidden fire pit into a giant smoke signal. Verdict: failed. Relying on a single type of fuel, small sticks, dry hardwood, or even propane, is a critical vulnerability in any plan. Remember that invisible factor? It's altitude. Higher elevations have less oxygen, crippling stove performance and raising CO output. And your plans will be disrupted. That is a guarantee. Sudden weather shifts or more people to feed can break your setup. The most silent threat is carbon monoxide. Any combustion indoors without extreme ventilation can be a fatal mistake. So the problem is about environment, fuel, and risk. What actually works? Let's meet our 2 final contenders. Contender 4, a simple DIY hobo stove made from a tin can. Why does this simple design win? Fuel versatility. Unlike other methods needing specific wood, this burns twigs, pine cones, or scrap paper. It solves the fuel dependency issue. It's not perfect, but it's lightweight, easy to make, and adaptable to what's available. For that resilience, verdict: it works. Finally, the standard propane camp stove. It's often overlooked, but it excels at eliminating the human factor of error. Remember that the biggest mistake is theory without practice? A propane stove has almost no learning curve. In high stress, simplicity is life. Its weakness is finite fuel, which is why it cannot be your only system. But for immediate, reliable heat. Verdict: it works. So our 2 winners solve the biggest problems. One offers fuel flexibility, the other offers near foolproof simplicity. The answer is having both. We've shown that many popular methods are brittle. They break under real pressure. The gap between theory and a hot meal is wide. The goal isn't one perfect stove. It's building a layered system, a simple primary like propane and a versatile backup like a hobo stove. Every method requires practice. Fire management is a learned skill. You must cook full meals on your gear in bad weather when you are tired. Don't just collect gear. Build skills and experience. Your knowledge is the only tool that doesn't break or run out of fuel. This week, take out your emergency cooking setup and make dinner with it. Tell us what you learned in the comments below.